Hello, I'm so sorry, so sorry. I didn't know that the microphone was muted. And maybe this guy's right over here. Maybe that guy's right. Maybe the insane ran in silence, right? I don't know how insane I could possibly be if I have a picture right here and I have a video right here. This video was mainly, and I feel like I really need to redo the video. And I'm going to redo this video because, I'm sorry that you didn't hear anything in the beginning. But what gets me is there's people that think that this microchip is an ideology or that this microchip doesn't exist. And they're telling us that if it doesn't exist, when they actually come out with this microchip, that it's going to be okay for us to take. A lot of people are going to take this microchip for no reason. Oh, well, actually, I can't say for no reason. The reason behind it is in Revelation, the last chapter of the Bible, Revelations 13 and 15. The only way you're going to be able to buy or sell is if you have this microchip that's being promoted to you on the screen. Now, I do not agree with that. I think that should be, I totally agree with Revelations, the 16th chapter, 3 chapters later, where it tells you that the people that get this microchip are gonna get a grievous sore, and they're gonna taste the wrath of God, the cup of indignation. Then their salvation is gone. They will not be able to ascend to heaven. They will be in a perpetual nightmare. And if there is anything as reincarnation, they're going to come back warped. Either goddamn way. I don't know why some people actually believe that Christianity could possibly be the mark of the beast, or a mindset or a mentality is the mark of the beast. No, sir, we are in the last days. That's what it says right here. Last days, the microchip is here. And then you have it right there on RT News, Russian Today. We're not speaking Russian, they're not in Russian. The letters are backwards because I'm showing you from another screen and it's being projected onto another screen, so the letters are backwards. That's what the problem is. Either way, we're coming down to the last time. If anything, we should be building up a connection with God. We should be really praying and keeping high faith. That's the only thing that's going to get you out of this thing, because this is a global wide thing. This isn't on NBC, this isn't on CBS, and when they show it in little quick spurts, just like they did on Russia Today. So it's obviously being promoted in Russia. I just don't agree with a lot of people, Mayat teachers, Christ consciousness, black consciousness, or all in all, deceivers, false prophets, sitting here telling us that the microchip don't exist, or the microchip is just a mentality, it's just a belief. No, the microchip is the mark of the beast. That's what they're promoting it from. The reason they called it the mark of the beast is because first they tested it out on cats and dogs to make sure whenever they got lost, they could find that pet. That's where it came from at first. It was a tracer. Now they're deciding to make it legal to the point where they're putting it in stores. Check it out.
Following some disturbing news out of the tech world, as this week the Confederation of British Industry, or CBI, issued a warning about the future of microchips in the workplace. According to The Guardian, a British company has already fitted 150 implants in the UK alone. Biotech's chips, according to its website, quote, store a range of encrypted personal data from bank account details and passwords to medical data or Bitcoin wallet details. The device is implanted between the thumb and forefinger, and depending on which kit you choose, costs between $90 and just over $330. The CBI...
What's the difference between the $90 one and the $300 one? You buy a $90 PlayStation, you're getting a half-ass PlayStation. Either it doesn't have all the memory or it doesn't have all the slots. But then if you buy the $400 one, then you got everything's kicked in. What's this $300 chip to the $90 chip? And why is everybody saying that this chip doesn't exist?
Which represents 140 trade associations and 190,000 businesses, told The Guardian, quote, "While technology is changing the way we work, this makes for distinctly uncomfortable reading. Firms should be concentrating on rather more immediate priorities and focusing on engaging their employees." The organization is concerned that employers could eventually force workers to be chipped, the way you may chip your pets, for example. The Secretary General of the Trade Union Congress.
What? The way you may chip your pets? The way you may chip your pets? Is that why they called it the mark of the beast in the Bible? So many people say the Bible's not real. So many people say the Bible's made up, or this stuff is fake. But clearly, somebody from the past, because when was the Bible made? Some people say 2,000 years ago. Some other people say maybe like 500 years ago. But either way, somebody from back in the time came and said, where did this thing originate? And they said, well, they was using it for their animals. But somebody will sit there and say, the Bible's made up, this is fake stuff, and they're doing certain things to mess with your mind and make you believe that there's a God. Who paid these people to make this thing?
Congress in the UK added, quote, "Microchipping would give bosses even more power and control."
Excuse me, I know that this is backwards and you may not be able to see this, but hear this out. It says, microchipping would give bosses even more power and control over their workers. There are obvious risks involved, and employers must not brush them aside or pressure staff into being chipped. Right now they're giving you the choice. They're saying, well, you know what? Microchipping is kind of easier, it gives you more access to certain things. If you want it, you should get it, but you don't really have to get it. It's going to come at the point in time when this thing is mandatory, where your boss is going to tell you, if you don't get this chip, you can't work here, or you need to go back home. That's what's happening. It's right here in front of us.
Obvious risks involved, and employers must not brush them aside.
Look at that. Look at that. Somebody please tell me. Now, you know what? I don't know who this person is. It's clearly not from RT News. Hopefully RT News got way more views than this. But over here, from what I'm seeing, this person only got 543 views. And there's billions of people in the earth, or on earth. You know what I mean.
Staff into being chipped. Now, you might be thinking such concerns sound hyperbolic.
Look, I'm sorry, I'm just irate right now because I heard that this was just a mentality. Somebody told me that this was just a belief system. Somebody told me that we don't have nothing to worry about. There's no such thing as a microchip. They told me that Christianity was the mark of the beast. That was the mindset that I had to come out of. But I clearly see people getting their hands put across tables and being implanted with chips. So what's going to happen to those people that tell me that I'm just living off of a mentality that told me about this?
But you would actually be sadly mistaken. Believe it or not, companies have already started microchipping employees. For example, a cafeteria kiosk producer in River Falls, Wisconsin, chipped employees last year.
There are governments that run central banks. They were one of the first ones to call us to say that we've got to control our employees and we need to have certain access levels and we can't have that compromise, and they saw that as a solution. They need that. They need those controls.
Joining us now with the future of microchipping in question is...
No future of microchipping. There's another guy out there. I used to watch his videos. I'm not putting him up. He's telling me about some ships in the sky. He's telling me about faces in the clouds. Now, yes, I believe in extraterrestrial life. There's a lot of fish in the sea. There's a lot of cats in the wild. There's a lot of different variations of horses. I believe that there's other life outside of this planet or off of this planet, or hell, it may be on the planet. But does that really matter with us with prophecy in front of us? Can somebody please tell me if that really fucking matters? Because as long as we keep looking to the sky, we're not going to be worried about what's going on around us.
Former UK Member of Parliament, George Galloway. All right, George, how
Come on, George.
Is it really to remember banking information?
This is in the UK.
Do you think average people really want these chips?
Well, I'm sure not. I mean, beasts are branded and slaves are enchained. This is, I suppose, stage.
Beasts are branded and slaves are in chains. But what are you being implanted with? Some people will say this is the advancement of future. Some people will say that this is the way to go. Well, I'm here to let you know, in Revelations, the 16th chapter, you do not take this microchip.
Will be microchipped. And the employer, imagine Amazon, just for an example, other brands are available, employing 500,000 people, every one of them, one day perhaps microchipped. So the company will not be able just to employ you at rock bottom rates. It will know how long you went to the toilet for electronically.
They'll
not even know what you did there. It is.
They'll know if you were sitting on the phone scrolling. They know if you went to the bathroom. Did you just hear what he just said? Let me rewind that back, because that's astounding to me. That's pretty goddamn shocking.
Employing 500,000 people, every one of them, one day.
And what did he say? He said all that for this minimum pay? Some people get paid like $7 an hour, maybe 10. You know, you're just hitting that mark, the minimum wage mark. But now look at you. Now you got a chip in you where the Lord God will not accept you, where you will receive the indignation and the wrath of God. You know what indignation is? Pure hate.
For electronically, I might even know what you did there. It is grotesque, it is obscene, it is...
No, what's grotesque and obscene is the fact that nobody's actually doing the research to find out this stuff is actually happening. I hope through me making this video, at least somebody opens their Bible to see if I'm right or wrong. Don't sit here and listen to this video. Don't listen to what I have to say. Please don't. Do the research on your own. Read Revelations 13. Read Revelations 16. Read the whole chapter. Actually, in Revelations 13, you can start at the 14th verse, because that's what it's going to start here. Then you go to Revelations, the 16th chapter, 3 chapters later, and it tells you that these people will not survive after they have this. When they first get it, yeah, they'll probably be in their glory, they'll probably be glee, they'll probably be all happy. They say, yeah, I got the chip, I did it. Yeah, look how fast I can move, I'm better than you. But a few months down the line, if you don't take the chip, a few months down the line, you're going to see that person in derision, in confusion, straight loss.
Pointed out, it's already happening, and even here in Britain it's happening. It's happening in the United States.
Yes, it is. It's happening in America, and it's happening in the UK.
And of course, it's all very well saying it's voluntary, but when you're a wage slave, voluntary doesn't mean much. If it's get this job and sign up for the chip, or don't get the job,
and lose all your money, and then you don't have nowhere to live, because you wouldn't have a landlord, because your landlord's not taking your cash no more. The landlord only works off of a fucking credit system where you gotta swipe his phone or some shit and add credits to his chip. Like, this is the point that we're getting to, people.
What concerns do you have about this technology, and are you confident in the British government's ability to regulate these chips?
I wouldn't be confident in the British government's ability to regulate fish and chips, never mind microchips. And indeed, the British government might be gone by the end of the week. No, I am not at all confident. But it is come to something when the CBI, which is the employers, the bosses' organization, are expressing their anxiety and unease about this move. The trade union opposition to it will be absolute, but we know from recent times that what stopped.
Real quick, for all those that haven't yet, I'm not sure if you did or if you didn't, but if you haven't, Revelations 13 and 16. He causes all, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead. People gonna be implanting this thing into their heads at some point. But wait, someone told me that this is just a philosophy. Another person told me that this chip doesn't exist. And then another person told me to look to the sky and keep waiting for a UFO to come down and save me. And then there was another guy. There's four people. Another person told me, keep looking at the clouds and I'll see faces appear in the clouds. But none of these people are talking about this happening. Now, once they receive the microchip in their right hand or on their forehead, it says, and verse 17, Revelations 13 and 17, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That's the chip. That's the chip. You don't have to understand it. They would have to have the mark. I'm believing that the name of the beast would probably be like the government. I'm figuring government officials are going to be cleared. Maybe, maybe not. I could possibly be wrong, but I see the mark right here in front of me. So how are you going to be running by his name saying, hey, I'm with him? They say, okay, go ahead, take whatever you need to take. Or the number of his name. I don't understand that part. I know the mark of the beast is right here in front of me. You know how I know? Because they put it right there in their subtitle. Not the person that made the video. It was at the beginning of this video. They know what's coming. Now, if I should go into Revelation 16, you know what? I'll let you do that. If you believe, you're going to try to make right with God, and you're going to read. You're going to do research of your own. I just wanted to put this video out here because I heard a person say, and that's just, it irritates me to actually know that some people think that this is an ideology, that someone, Christianity is the mark of the beast. Or, we ain't got to worry about that, my people. We got to look up to the sky. There's ships in the sky. They're going to come down and wreck this whole place. They're doing it right now. Yeah, there's earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, the seas are roaring. But this is still in front of our face. So if you're not telling the people about this, they're more willing and susceptible to taking this. You're telling people to go watch a movie about darkness. The guy promoted the movie Pitch Black. He said, yeah, we're going to be like that. When the planet goes dark, we're going to be like Vin Diesel, and we're going to be able to see in the dark. And I don't want to hear that, man. Why don't you tell what's going on in the world? We don't want to hear about earthquakes shaking. We want to know what's going on. How are we going to be saved from stuff like this? Does anyone care? That's just one video. Here, I'll put on another one. Yeah, Russia Today.
The economist the future will be cash free. You're already seeing it from everywhere you go, whether it's your baseball game or to your local deli. Now, Sweden is getting there even faster than anyone else. According to a New York Times report, a fifth of the country, doesn't even use ATMs anymore. And 4,000 Swedes, now get this, have microchips implanted in their hands.
4,000 Swedes got the microchip in their hand. This is Russia Today. Russia Today, America. 27,000 people seen this video. But 100 or 1 billion people have seen Gangnam Style with the little Chinese guy sitting there running on a horse.
Just a wave of their hand. Makes the Apple Watch kind of look obsolete. So on top of that, many Swedish companies are asking their employees to get implants to pass through access points and to pay for conveniences. Now the red flags start going up. So for our red flags, we have to turn to legal media analyst Lionel. Lionel, thanks for joining us on this. I know
this guy, he seems pretty wise.
I feel like I'm reading out the book.
I think I've seen this guy before.
So what concerns come to you arise from humans microchipping themselves? This is the mark of the beast.
Oh, wow, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Did I pay that guy? Do I know that guy? Wait a minute. How'd he come out and say the same thing I'm sitting here saying? I got a picture right here. Do you see the picture? Can you hear me now? I'm not speaking Russian. You don't have to understand Russian. And Russia Today isn't speaking Russian. We're all speaking American. Can you hear me now? I don't understand what's going on. Just like he just said, he knew what it was. Let's rewind that back, just to prove that my rants are not psychotic or crazy.
No, let me tell you something. I mean, I'm no.
No. Say that again. He came in pretty quiet and calm.
Lionel, thanks for joining us on this. I know you've got some red flags, and I feel like I'm reading out the book of Revelation, possibly. So what concern?
Now, the only reason why I'm this adamant,
come to you.
The reason I'm this adamant is because this microchip, the mark of the beast, comes in the 13th. It starts at the end of the 13th chapter. There's only 21 chapters in Revelation. Hold on, let me check again, just so I don't come up wrong. I don't want you people to say, oh, no. 21 chapters. 21 chapters. So we're halfway through this. We're headed towards the second coming. You don't have to listen to anything I'm saying. You need to build up a connection with God. You have to build up a personal relationship with God. You must start praying. You must change your ways.
It's from humans microchipping themselves.
This is the mark of the beast. Listen, no, let me.
Wait. Anybody understand this guy got black eyes? Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. He doesn't even look human. He looks like one of them movie demons where they put the black contacts in their eyes. But you know what? He understands that this is the mark of the beast. The people that made that microchip understand it's the mark of the beast. But they're still doing it. You know why? Because we're that much closer to the second coming. The second coming of Christ. The second or judgment day cometh. Judgment day is nigh.
I'm no biblical scholar here, but it's amazing the parallels made. Now listen, let's get down to brass.
You don't have to be a biblical scholar. A biblical scholar would had known the way Christ died and how he died and where he died at and the actual spot. You don't have to be a scholar for this. A scholar is someone that has to know particular parts. No, we were sitting here waiting for the next prophecy to fall, the next thing to drop. And next thing you knew, lo and behold, this is the mark of the beast.
Not you. I wish they'd stop with this. They go, we're going cashless. We've been cashless. Where's this cash? Ever buy a house with cash or a car? We've got this. I don't even have, I got a couple of bucks. We've been cashless. But that's not the issue. One of these days, these kids, I think you call them
millennials. A millennial.
These little tiny RFID, radio frequency identification chips, about the size of a grain of rice. And they're going to be cool, Scotty. Oh, they're going to be waiting in line overnight to get implanted. And they're going to say, look at this. I can go to the drugstore. I can go to a cab. Isn't it great? How cool am I? Look, I've got this little embedded chip and those...
Come on. He looked pretty scary there, didn't he? Did he look scary? Oh, man. Oh, man. He looks scary, but you know what? He's validating my point. He's telling you the same thing I'm telling you.
And you're going to do that to grandma and grandpa in case, God forbid, they have some kind of dementia they're walking off? I mean, after all, we have it in our dogs, right? It's like OnStar for human beings. But here's the catch. One of these days, God forbid, Scotty, they find you guilty of something. And you go before a court. And they say, we're going to sentence you to prison? No. We're going to turn your chip off. And you don't exist. Everything. In fact, people are going to notice that when you walk up, they're going to say, who is this? You're not registered. You say, it's me. What do you mean, who is this? No. You're not showing up on this. You don't exist. If you think I'm kidding, this is Elba. This is like some type of a prison. And people are going to be, one of these days, enslaved by this chip that it will replace you.
No, wait a minute. First of all, no chip can replace...
No. Well, I want to know what my question is to this crazy ass shit is how a person could walk up to you and you look at them and you say, you don't exist. What the hell does that mean? If I'm sitting here asking you for help, I'm hungry. Somebody robbed me, stabbed me, I'm shot, whatever the hell, I got hit by a car and my chip is off, you're going to tell me I don't exist and I'm just going to lay there and die? What does this mean for the medical field when people go to them ill and there may be some kind, because we know how, look at Facebook. Facebook catches a glitch. They may shut Facebook down. YouTube gets hacked. Who's going to say that we can't be hacked as people once we get this microchip? So somebody could hack you out of existence and you could try to explain it to the authorities, but the authorities say, we can't do anything for you because you don't exist. But it gets deeper than that, because once you don't exist to society, when God gets to you, you're not going to exist to God. The only way you'll know that is if you read Revelations, the 16th chapter. It's only the first few lines, and it lets you know.
Issue. Let me just point that out. No chip can replace me. But we can talk about the sci-fi sense, but I also want to talk about the responsibility aspect of it. My mother used to say, if you can't hold on to a $20 bill, then you don't even need to be able to spend it. You're not responsible enough to spend it. I'm worried, are they going to sell this basis on the fact that, hey, guess kids lose their money all the time? You won't ever have to be responsible again for yourself. It automatically comes to you. Is that how they're going to try to sell this?
Scotty, what's that thing you have on your wrist?
Oh, I said I've got my Apple
Watch. That looks like a watch?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it tracks me.
You know what that is? That's a surveillance unit. That's a surveillance unit. This is transhumanism. The RFID chip one day, and how many times have you used that? Have you used the iPhone wallet?
I'll go even deeper. I'll go even deeper than he did. Why didn't he say that the phones are tracking us? Because if you go on YouTube and you search your Google phone, I just seen a video where they were saying that it can tell if you tilt it. It can tell if you're walking or if you're riding a bike. Your phone is surveilling you. Your watch will be surveilling you. And once you get this microchip that was started off in veterinarian clinics, that's going to be able to trace you. So you're going to be traceable through all manners of communication.
Hey, I got this. Isn't this great?
It's convenient,
though. Responsible. Yeah,
convenient is that's a positive, though. We can't always say all technology is negative.
Positive?
It's positive.
Let me tell you something. When something is free, you're the product. This is what happens. You see, we're going around and I don't want to scare you.
Yep. I believe that. When something's free, we're the product. You know why we're the product? Because we take in the free thing, and now we're supposed to spread through word of mouth. Hey, this is good, this is good, this is good. And next thing you know, that product becomes big. They're selling it for millions, and you didn't get anything, and you was the first person to try it the hell out.
It's a freedom. We're walking around here enslaved in this 24/7 worldview panopticon. You are walking around with a surveillance device on your wrist.
Well, you know what?
And I've got this stupid thing too. I'm walking around with
Well,
it.
you know what? I don't.
No, we're all trapped. We're all trapped. This is a prison cell, and that's why everybody's saying, look to the sky. Look, the UFOs are coming. They're here. They're gonna protect us. No. Nobody's broken down any bars yet. There's still people in jail. We still have to go day to day. This is the kind of prison that we're under. The only way you're going to be saved is by keeping faith and praying.
24/7. Mine's not exciting, but you know what? I know that we will have you back on to continue this conversation. Thanks for joining
No,
us.
you don't even need to continue the conversation. What he should have said to her is, no, do the research. You're the news reporter. Go check the stuff out. See if I'm lying. I don't have to come back up here again. You don't have to see me. There's nothing that you need to see of me. You may need to see my arm to show that I'm human, and I ain't got nothing in my hand. But that's all he should be having to say. Yo, you don't have to see me. What you need to do is do the research and try to build up the strongest connection with God as possible.
Yes.
Look, 2 weeks ago,
So many
was it this the same thing?
will be cash free.
Yeah.
You're already seeing it from everywhere you go.
Either way, it's all over, people. It's all over.
Moving on to our top internet.
It's all over. So, I really think, I'm trying to do the best I can with building up the best connection with God I possibly can. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, I'm saved. I've been walking around asking people if they know about this. I don't know if you do, and I think you should build up the best connection with God as possible. I thank you all. Hopefully, if you like it, you come back, subscribe. If you don't, you don't have to, because I'm not making videos like that. I just see, like I said, I told you in the beginning, I'm telling you again, I'm tired of hearing these consciousness leaders or these people that get on their camera and they want to show us UFOs, or the other people that say the microchip don't exist, or the other people that say your mindset or your mentality is the mark of the beast. I'm tired of hearing that. I'm tired of hearing that. That's not true. And as much as you're telling this to other people, that's the reason why this place needs to be judged. Because people are knuckleheads. People don't want to listen. People don't want to learn. Nobody wants to understand that is what it is. It's in front of your face. It's in front of your face. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. And I dang sure didn't speak Russian. And I ain't ran in silence. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy.